On the high school scene, Rossford made the trip to Bedford with 2 on in the first. Brandon Swope punches one into the gap. Both runners score, and the Bulldogs have the first bark in this game. Rossford now up 3-0. We'll jump ahead to the 5th. Jackson Grimm chops one past the shortstop. Brendan Rebels will score from second, and the Bulldogs take a hefty 4-0 lead. The Kickin' Mules start kicking back in the bottom of the 7th. With the storm rolling in, Brandon Cornsack sends this ball to the left field fence for the RBI double. Bedford would score again on a wild pitch, but Rossford handles business 4-2. Swope pitched the full 7 innings, had that RBI double to start the game. The senior pitcher, major part of the victory, but gave all the credit to his team for the win.
You know, our defense has really been there, and our bats are starting to come around finally. It's just, you know, we're working as one finally, and can't wait to get started and what the rest of the season has for us. Bedford was definitely hitting my fastball. I didn't have my best stuff today, and that showed, and my defense picked me up for that, and I'm grateful for that. The outcome would not have been this without my defense.
Chris Schmidbauer and Rick Poland join us for more.
Well, it was a great win here today for the Rossford Bulldogs. Brandon Swope on the mound was as good as you could have asked for if you were Mark Shields in game 1 of a doubleheader here today. Granted, we just did that first game, but to be able to have a guy go 7 innings, struggled a little bit in that 7th inning because of fatigue, but thought he did a really nice job today.
Yeah, I thought that the Bulldogs played a real, good standard baseball game where you got some good pitching, got some good defense, and, of course, the timely hitting came into play. And when Bedford did mount some type of pressure against them, they were able to combat that. So just a good all-around good baseball game for Rossford, rather.
Well, and Swope had the big RBI double in that top half of the first, drove in 2 runs, and then Bedford just couldn't get that timely hit. As Rick just said, they were able to threaten in the 7th, got 2 runs home, but 2 big punch-outs, a strikeout and then a line-out into left for Tommy Huss to end the ball game for the Bedford Kicking Mules, and that was really the story. Just those big hits just weren't there for Bedford today.
Yeah, and again, though, sometimes you have to credit the defense and the pitching. When things did get a little tight, you dig down deep, and Swope was able to make some big pitches in those situations.
When you look at the grand scope of things for the Rossford Bulldogs, they're not a program that's always known as one of the better ones in the area, but they've quietly put a really good record together, and Mark Shields has this bunch playing well right now.
Well, I was very impressed with the way they played, especially defensively. They played with a lot of confidence. Swope was especially confident on the mound, and they have good, deep pitching, so I think that carries you a long way.
Had a little bit of everything today. Rain, camera malfunction, just about everything we could have encountered out here at Bedford. But again, Rossford victorious. Back to you guys in the studio.